Peace, everyone. Peace, soul family. Peace, everyone. Welcome, welcome. That's bitter. Welcome, everyone. How is everyone doing? Peace, 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 peace. Welcome. Hold on one second. Let me clean my screen. There we go. Peace. Peace, everyone. Let's see who is in the house. Peace, Mama is the source. You are here early. Welcome. Peace, Queen Arise. Peace, Cartlet. Peace, Shenjet. Peace, Israel. Peace, Bumblebee, Demarius. Peace, Uncaged Soul. I like that name. Peace, Serious Goddess. Peace, Arlene. Peace, Ebony. Peace, Dakini. Peace, Tijuana, Golden Goddess. Welcome, everyone that is here tonight. First, I want to welcome all of the, as I say, OSGs, Original Spiritual Gangsters. Welcome tonight. Welcome to all the newcomers. If this is your first live, welcome. Maybe this is your second or third live. Still welcome to you. Welcome to all the SDA students, alumni, and current students. SDA 1, 2, 3, and 4. Welcome to all the inner circle members. Welcome to everyone from around the world. I want to give a special shout out to Mike. Mike, I don't know. I wouldn't even say your last name if I did know it. But Mike, you know who you are, Mike. Thank you. You emailed me the 2022 live that I did that was removed from YouTube. So someone asked me today, Melanie, did you take down your 2022 live that you did on YouTube? And I said, no, I didn't take it down. YouTube removed it. And so I did this I saved it. I have it saved, right? But it's really not really professionally saved. I basically screen recorded it. And so I'm trying to figure out how to edit some parts of it so that I'm able to send it, right? So meanwhile, I get a message from Mike. If you're on here, Mike, please say what's up. So I get an email, I get a DM from Mike, and he's like, "Hey Mel, he said Spirit told me for some reason to, download it and rip it." So he basically, thank you, sweetheart. He basically downloaded the video, saved it, and a few of you also told me that you had it done and you had it saved, and then he emailed it to me. So I just want to shout you out, Mike. Thank you so much. Y'all know, I said it. I've said it a few times. When I first went to college, I thought I was like the bomb because I brought a typewriter, okay, with the screen, a word processor, okay? So my education experience did not involve computers like that, okay? So with some things, I'm not technologically there, so I appreciate those of you who are that can help me out when it's needed. So shout out to Mike. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I also want to shout out the moderators. Thank you so much for holding it down. Thank you for supporting me in the chat, for answering questions, for supporting all the people in here that have questions. Sometimes when I'm reading through the numbers, I may not repeat it. And some of you are like, what did you say? What's number 2? What's number 3? And so the moderators are there always to help out with that. Also keeping the vibration high. Y'all know I don't tolerate nonsense in the chat. So I appreciate the moderators for that. Danny, Natea, and Letitia. I appreciate you all so much. All right. So I know the title said Spiritual Energy Update. I didn't have a title. And I didn't even ask what the title should be. I basically have been receiving information this past weekend. So that there's like there's a large amount of stuff that I want to share, right? But I'm only going to give like a part 1 to it today because I'm not trying to be here 4 hours tonight, y'all. It may be like an hour and a half, who knows? But I'm gonna share part of it. And so I didn't even know I was gonna go live. I was just compiling this information in my mind and like, oh, that's that, just getting all these downloads. And last night at 12, literally 12:36, I started receiving stuff like real heavy. And it was like number one. And I was like, oh, I have to teach this, right? So I started writing it down and it was like a whole thing. So I was like, oh shoot, I'm going live, but I got it at 12:36. I fell asleep around 2:36, real talk. And I woke up again at 6:36. And I remember exactly because when I got up, I remember, I don't know how. I don't know, like I don't remember how, but I was receiving some information about for my daughter. And so I was excited to get up and share. So I grabbed my phone and I saw 6:36. And I saw the most beautiful, beautiful view out of my window. I was doing some work in my bedroom, so I was sleeping in a guest bedroom. And my guest bedroom has like three huge windows that are all connected, right? So it's beautiful wide view. And so I open my eyes and all I hear is like birds chirping and I see this beautiful field and trees. And I was just like, it was almost surreal. Like I'm waking up to this. Like it was such a high vibrational way to get up. And so so excited to share what I received from my daughter. And it was all in alignment with what I'm going to share with you all today. Okay. So I have some good stuff. Make sure you have your pens, make sure you have your papers, and make sure you are ready to take notes today. So, peace. You recently watched The Violent Taketh by Force. That was a good one, right? That was a good one. Yeah, it's freezing where you are, Amanda. I think it was cool, but felt good. I felt good. Okay, so let me before we start, let me tell y'all. It's not often that it's not often that someone can like shut me up and like shut me up and shut me down. And my daughter, my 14-year-old daughter, let me tell y'all what she did. I felt so played, not disrespected, but I just felt like that, whatever that energy is. So let me tell y'all what happened. I was talking to her in a firm way about her scheduling herself and keeping her time, right? And I'm like, you have to be more responsible, with your time. You have to, be more responsible with regards to your schoolwork, getting your schoolwork done. So, mind you, she's been homeschooled for the past 5 years. I don't homeschool her directly. She's in this amazing program that my oldest two daughters graduated from. She's currently in. So, she may do like 2 hours a day, like 4 days a week. That's like, she gets a lot accomplished though, but it's like not a lot of time. So I think I asked her to do something and she was just like, like huffy. And I was just like, what is your problem? Like, what do you do all day? You know what I'm saying? Like I was in that mother mode. And I was like, you only have, school for a couple of hours, you I'll allow you to have your leisure time. Okay. She's Gemini. And then she has like Scorpio in certain placements. So she needs her space to like think stuff out and feel stuff out. And I give her space, right? And she was just like, Mommy, I just need more personal time. I just need my personal time. I need my personal space, right? Which I taught her to take her personal space, right? So I said, you have so much time. And she was like, no, I don't, because I have to do my schoolwork and then I have to work. So my she's 14 years old. She works for Zoe Essentials. Okay. Side note, If you have a child that is age 6 or older, if you have a business, give your child a task, even if they're 6. Have them shred your papers or give them a task, give them a job. Okay. You can pay them and then you can write it off on your taxes. Okay. So my daughters have been working for me since I started my businesses. Okay. So, but she works, she legit works. She does like maybe 16 hours a week, right? She works 4 days a week, like 4 hours a day, I think. Okay. So that's 4 hours plus her schoolwork, that's 6 hours. And mind you, it's only 4 days a week. We don't work. There's no work on Monday. She doesn't work on Monday. So she has Saturday, Sunday, Monday of leisure time. Just clean up your room and just do stuff around the house. So I'm like, you don't even like, you don't like, I'm in this place of you're not even working hard. You're not even doing a lot. I'm just asking you to ask her to do something. And she like just got me upset with her, like huffiness. But she's a teenager. I get it. I already had 2 teenage daughters before. I know what that's like, right? So now I'm just like not happy mom, okay? So I was like, you know what? You know what we do, parents, and this is true. I was like, when I was 14, when I was your age, I had to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning to prepare for school, and I had to walk to school. Like there was no school buses. Like there was no school buses, right? I had to walk to school, okay? Real talk. Okay. And then I said, and then when school got out of 3:05, if I wasn't doing a sports activity, I made it my way to work. And I walked to work. And I worked until 10 because if you were a minor under 16, I believe, you could only work to 10 p.m. And I worked to 10 p.m., went home, did my homework, and did it all over again the next day. And so she's looking at me with her arms folded. Why am I having this discussion with my Gemini child? I don't know. So she just has this face like, I don't care. So I'm just like heated. And I was like, you need to be more responsible with your time. You need to schedule your time. I'm going to create a schedule for you because this is ridiculous. You should be doing, much more than what you're doing. And she's like, mommy, you know what? This is not the old days. And I was like, the old days? I was like, I'm not that old. Don't try to play like I'm some old lady. And then she says to me, y'all get this. She says, this is not when things were like 5 cents and stuff, right? Because if you guys know back in the day, I don't know if they had it in other cities or whatever, but in New York, we had these bodegas that had like candy, and you can get candy for like 5 cents. You can get like Now for $1 or a little pack for like 5, 10 cents. And I used to tell my daughters that like candy was like 5 cents, real cheap. So she said that little dig, and I was like, okay, whatever. And then she says to me, yes, this is not the 1900s. And I was like, pause. The 1900s? The 1900s? My verbiage says that I grew up in the 80s, the 90s, not the 1900s. I felt like some old prairie lady, like I felt like I should have some old like when she said 1900s, it made me feel like 1800s. I couldn't say nothing because she was right. It wasn't 1900s. It was like, when was I 14? Like I don't know, late 90s. No, mid 90s. So she was right. It was the 1900s, but I was like, I couldn't say nothing. What the wasn't it called the 90s? Like, don't we still say that? I say the 90s. 1900s? She made me feel old real quick. So, what do you do as a mother when you stumped? She shut me up. I was so shocked. I did not have a rebuttal. I was just like, you know what? And I just walked away. And it sat with me for a long time. Like, I was born in the 1900s. Like, when I talk about stuff, it's back in the 1900s. when I sing songs, if I'm like rapping a lyric or something, and my daughters are like, "That's old music. That's from the 1900s." Like, we are really like in the 2000s. I really felt old for a minute. For a minute. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you because I felt all the way 100% disrespected. But anyway, yes, the 1900s. I guess that's the new. What is this generation? I don't know what this generation is. Generation Z. I don't know what they are. They're out of the alphabet. Where if you grew up in the 80s, 90s, you are considered, or if you were born in the 80s, 90s, you are considered, from the 1900s, from last century. Like, you just old and outdated. So, anyway, oh my gosh, Lock for Life, you get that from your son? I felt so disrespected, but I couldn't say nothing because she was right. Anyway, let's dive in. Let's dive into tonight's lesson. Let's dive into. I think the 90s was the best. Like, we just had the bomb music and like the fashion, and you could say it was from the 1900s, but y'all still rocking our clothes, our stuff. Y'all still remixing our music. So, whatever. I'll be from the 1900s. So, let's continue. We invented rap, we invented hip hop, all the dances. Y'all still doing, it's called the jerk now. It used to be called the Roger Rabbit. Y'all still doing that dance. Like, so don't be talking about us from the 1900s because you still up on our stuff. What is y'all stuff? What is y'all new stuff from this century? Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's continue. Let's begin. Not even continue. Let's begin. How's she gonna tell me I'm from the 1900s? Like, you mad old, mommy. You from the 1900s. I felt like I was, living when, people during I don't know, ancient times, horse-drawn carriages or something. Like, we didn't have running water or something. Oh my goodness. Okay. So the topic tonight is knowing your soul mission. Knowing your soul mission. Don't it sound ancient? Candace, listen, the colonial, right? That's the word. I feel like I'm from the colonial days or something. 1900s? What the heck? Okay, knowing your soul mission, how it works. So, I did a video. I don't know when I did it, a while ago, about the soul mission, like the path to healing. Right? I did a whole thing on that. Um, and it's something that I've been speaking on quite a bit, and there's a reason why, because it's important that you know what that is, right? I even did shout out to everyone who was at the Soul Mission workshop last week. It was so much fun. There were 222 people live. Like, can't make that up. Can't make that up. And it was consistent, like 222. Like, sometimes it would flux, it'll be like 224. Every time I looked up, I saw 222. So shout out to everyone who was there, that got some information. A lot of people had revelations, like, they found out what their soul mission was, or, got some confirmations as to what their soul mission was, or got some clarity on how to find out what that is. Okay. But that is something that is important. That should be at the forefront of your mind really this year. Okay. And we're gonna talk about why. I give you eight, and it's so beautiful how, as I'm writing it and spirit is giving me like the information, then I go back and then I'm getting like one word. This is the for number one. This is the main. So this is the subtopic, and each subtopic resonates to the number. Like, it correlates with the number. It's so amazing. So, um, knowing your soul mission, how it works. Okay, so we talked about the healing in the video I did a month ago. I talked about a little bit last week I'm going to talk about how it works tonight. And then I'm going to go into something else because I was receiving a lot of channelings from some folks. um, I don't think I'm gonna go into it tonight, but we'll see. We'll see. So number one, number one is focus. Focus. So again, the title is Knowing Your Soul Mission, and the subtitle is How It Works. And I'm going to give you 8 key pointers. Okay. Number one is focus. So you will know what to say yes and no to. Okay. When you are when you're on your soul mission, when you're doing the work, one of the ways of knowing that it's working, okay, or how it's working, or that it is properly you're properly there, is your focus. You will know what to say yes and no to. Okay. And I want you guys to write these things. By each number, put like a little box. Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna use this as a check, like a checklist. Okay. And this tells you that I'm on it or I'm not. And if you're not, it's okay. Okay. Get on it. So you will know what to say yes and no to. Okay. So for example, I had a consultation with a young woman, and she was asking, it was soul mission consultation. She wanted to know what her soul mission was. And so I looked at her chart. I broke, the everything down. I looked at her numerology. I broke everything down. I said, "Oh, it's very specific, what you're here to do." And I told her, and she was just like started crying, and I'm just like, and this happens on the phone. So I don't know if it was like a I'm happy relieved cry or what, but it was an upset cry. She was upset with herself. And so she told me that she knew that's what she was supposed to do, and that she actually went to college to do that. Like she has some credits or something in that. Okay. And she always felt like that was the way she was supposed to go. However, her boyfriend, um, I believe his boyfriend, started a business, and very very good man. They were very much in love. They were happy, but he started a business, and he felt like she had to help him run like the back office type things. Okay. And so she was doing that, and the business was going well, but she was miserable, and she didn't know how to tell him like, I don't want to do this. This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. So I was like, honey, like you are not that is the opposite of what you're supposed to be doing. Why did you agree to that? And she said, because it sounds like a good business idea. And I said, for him, for him. I don't know his chart, but it is a great business idea. And obviously, from what you said, is working out for him. But what about you? Okay. When you are doing your soul mission work, when you know what that is, one of the things that you will have is focus. Nobody can make take you off of that focus, okay? Somebody can present something to you and you're like, that has nothing to do with my soul mission work. I'm focused on this. Do you understand? So I just told her, you need to let him know that, we need to hire someone else or get someone else to do this job because I have work to do. And I said, if you don't, you're going to be miserable. You're going to be depressed. And now you know what you're supposed to do. It's going to cause friction in a relationship. So it's best to explain to him, like, this is not the work I came here to do. This is the work I came here to do. And I'm going to start doing that. And you're going to have to get help with regards to this. Okay. So there's a focus that you have that it doesn't matter what's happening around you, outside you. You can't be distracted. Okay. When you know it, when you're focused on your work. Okay. All right. Number two, number two, direction. And so number one, focus. Number two, direction. And so direction, I always liken the soul mission path to a road, to a highway. Always. That's always how I see it in my mind. A highway with two lanes, yellow lines in the middle, and your job is to stay as close to the center as possible. Okay. Sometimes you veer off, sometimes you're running, sometimes you like F this spiritual stuff and you sit down and have a whole temper tantrum. Spiritual temper tantrum. And that's okay. You may have it for a day, for weeks, for months, for years. It's all good. The spiritual temper tantrums are good. You're still on that path. You just took a break. Okay? That's fine. So you want to make sure you're in the right direction. Okay? So you will know the direction on your path. You will know the direction on your path when presented with choices. Okay? You will always know. Okay? You're gonna be you are there's so much stuff that's around you. Okay. You will know when you're on the path, when the path is always leading to the next path, to the next path, to the next path. It's always directing you in a very easy way. It's not like you're making a sharp right turn or a sharp left turn. Okay. It's just kind of, and the path will be windy, and that's all good. Sometimes it's windy. It's all good. But there's going to be a flow in the direction. It's gonna make sense. Even when it doesn't make sense, it makes sense. Okay. So let me give you an example. Back in back in the 1900s, no, that's funny. Back in 2019, yeah, 2019. It's 2019. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the Cash App, Alicia. Back in 2019, and I told this story before. I was having like this scientific moment, this energy for about a few months, and it went from one thing to the next to the next. It literally started with metaphysics, literally, and I received a lot of information. Then it went into biology, and I was just writing this stuff down. Now, I knew that I was on my path because in 2019 I was told, okay, you got to take the knowledge that you have, the information, the knowing that you have, and you have to start teaching this. Okay. And I shared that story before with you all. So I knew I had to start teaching this. And so then I'm getting all this information. So I'm real excited, like, okay, I'm flowing with it. This makes sense that I would have to teach it the way that I have to teach it. Right. So I did a video and it was about the soul family. So I did a video, the metaphysics of the soul family. Right. Made sense. Then, like the following week or so, I got in biology information. So then it was the biology of the soul family. Again, made sense. I'm in the right direction. I'm talking about soul family is dealing with science. I'm teaching all on my path, all in the right direction. Okay. Then I got more downloads, more information, started doing research on the chemistry of the soul family, more specifically speaking on noble gases, right? This was in 2019. Okay. So back in 2019, I shared with a friend of mine, Brother Hunk, like, oh my gosh, I just found this information out about noble gases. Da 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 da. Okay. Last year, 2021, so 2 years later. So I did the video. They're on my YouTube channel. There's a whole playlist of them. I did the video and I moved on to the next thing. It was just a natural progression. So 2 years ago, 2 years later, which was last summer, was it last summer? Yeah, last summer, he calls me. He's like, Melanie. I said, yeah, what? What's going on? And so he starts telling me about um, noble gases, right? No, He's not telling me about noble gases. He's literally telling me about what is my friend? What is a noble gas? Why can't I think of the name? Not Krypton. Why does Krypton keep coming up? What is a gas, guys? Okay, now I got to go through the list. Helium, argon, neon, krypton, xenon. Xenon. So he's telling me about xenon. And I'm like, thank you. Look at you. Look at y'all. Look at you guys. You've been on it. Y'all doing the work. Look at y'all. Hydrogen is an element. It's not a noble gas. It's element number one. So, um, so I'm like, xenon, that's a noble gas. And so I'm like, remember told you 2 years ago about the noble gases? And he was like, yeah. So this was last summer, playing around with the xenon bulbs, kind of progressed to something else, put it aside, right? And so I think a month or so ago, he's sharing it with Brother Panic about the xenon bulb, okay? And so he's trying to explain it in scientific. He has a very brilliant scientific mind. And he's like, let me get someone on the phone I can really break it down to make it understandable. So then he calls me and we get on the phone and now I'm explaining to Brother Panic what I know about the um, noble gases, about the xenon bulb and just noble gases and the basic science in general. Okay? I'm giving you this example, and then some of you know the story. Brother Panic is like, okay, we need to share this. So we basically do a video, 7.5 hours. We're talking about that and some other stuff as well, not just only that, but that and some other things. Here's what I'm saying. There was a prompting back in 2019 after I knew what my work was to be for me to do these videos, right? For me to do this research and then teach on this science, right? I followed that. I was in that direction. Even though there was like a pause in between, it's still on the same trajectory. Do you understand? It came back up. It's still on my path. I'm still in the right direction. There's no doubt that what I was doing 2 years ago was in the right direction because it came back up. Divine timing at the right time. Okay. It was meant to. So I know I'm in the right direction. When you follow your promptings, you will know that you're in the right direction because everything just adds up. It just flows. It just starts to make sense. It's just really easy. But when you're disjuncted, when you're here, when you're there, it's like bits and pieces, you're not in the right direction. Okay. So, number two, direction. Number two, direction. When you're presented with choices, you will know. Okay. Follow your promptings always. All right. Okay. Number three, time. Number three, time. Peace, Straight Panther. Number three, time. You will use and not waste time. Listen to me. I never say I don't have time. I say I didn't take the time. It may sound blunt to people, but it's like, oh, you're supposed to call me back. I didn't take the time to call you. That's just the reality. I had the time. I didn't use it to call you, right? I'm gonna speak truth. Speak truth. We use time. We use time to our advantage. We don't let time use us. Okay. So you will use and not waste time. You will use and not waste time. Listen, you will start multitasking like nobody's business. Like for real. So I can take a spiritual bath, connect to my spirit team, I don't know, moisten my skin, clean my body, and do some work that I need to do at the same time. Yes, you're going to use that time. And I'm going to do it at between 3 and 5 a.m. on this particular day, because I'm feeling this particular energy, you start to use the time. Okay. When I feel like there's sometimes I'm just like hype, just real hype. My daughters can't stand it because I'm like, last week I had a moment of that. I was like, okay, we're gonna hang curtains from the ceiling. So we're gonna drill holes in the ceiling, and then we're gonna do this, and we're gonna paint, and and they're just like, mommy has energy. Mommy has the energy. And then I'm sitting here with all the notes. I'm literally like, poor Letitia sometimes. I would literally be having my phone like, okay, Letitia, 30 voice notes later, after I just gave her 30 different things to do for Spiritual Sense University. And I'm looking like, oh, 5 hours later, she's like, Melanie, I'm done. Like, okay, I have time today. Like, I'm using the time. I go into Team Zoe. They don't like when I come into their space because they're doing stuff. And I'm like, what's going on? What's this? What's that? What's the stock on this? What's going on with this? How's the orders going? I'm using that time. And then the opposite happens where it's just like, I'm exhausted, but I still use that time. I use that time to sleep, to meditate, to receive. Do you understand? It's about using the time. When we talk about the moon, all right, the new moon, the full moon, use that time effectively, efficiently. Don't let it use you. Don't let it use you. You're flowing with the time, okay? You want to use it to your advantage. Use it to your advantage. Last night I slept 4 hours. I literally got up at 6:36 like, let me tell y'all something. I don't wake up that time. Like, that's not my time. Mm-mm. I meditate between 3 and 5, and then I'm up at like 9:30 maybe, okay? Because my daughter's making noise and I get up. Maybe I roll out, like, if I have morning consultations, I'll get up like 9:30. If not, I maybe roll it, like, literally rolling out the bed at 10. But 6:36, I'm just like, listen to the birds. The view is so beautiful. I'm just laying on the bed like, wow. Okay, time to get up, Mel. There's some things you got to do today. And I started using my time efficiently. Okay. Knowing your soul mission, you're going to use your time. You're going to use it, not waste time. You're going to schedule your life around your soul mission. You're going to schedule it. Okay. You're not going to have a schedule bombarding you. So this is the day I do this. This is the day I do this. I literally I don't have it with me. Uh, Listen, I advise you guys to do this. I print out, I go to, I don't know, I Google calendar templates, something like that. And I print out calendars. I have it from January all the way to August. But the boxes, the month, the days, and I'm like, Wednesday is SDA 4 classes, and Mondays I do consultations, and Tuesdays I may do reschedulings, and Thursday I do this, right? And Friday I but everything is based on my soul mission work. If I have to make doctor's appointments or do other stuff, it goes around that. Okay? That is the center. That is why we are here. So that becomes the basis of our scheduling, right? Number four. Number four. Energy. Energy. You will have more energy. How knowing your soul mission, how it works, you will have more energy. I gave an example of me just having energy 4 hours. And then I'm like, I posted, I'm going live. And sometimes I hesitate, like, man, are you going to be okay? Are you really going to go live? Off of 4 hours of sleep? I didn't take a nap or nothing today. I wasn't like exhausted. I'm mad hype right now. Okay. Where the heck is this energy coming from? And I have shared with you guys, there's some times when I'm really tired, like I'm really drained. Sometimes before I have to teach a class and I'm just like really like, and then class starts. It's 8:30, whatever it is. And its energy comes and I'm able to do the work. And then when it's over, the energy is gone. Okay? You will have energy. You won't know where the energy comes from when you do like the time is just like you're using it. So you're not like, damn, it's been I have not done I've not I think there was a live where it was like 4.5 hours, right? When I was teaching. It did not feel like 4.5 hours. I had to look at the camera like we really were sitting for 4.5 hours. It didn't feel like that. I just saw that I had like 20 pages of notes and I was halfway through at one point. But you have this energy because you're giving the energy to do the work that you are here to do. Where does it come from? Photon light. I don't know. Electromagnetic photon light. I don't know where it comes from. Okay? But you have the energy. You'll be up all night doing stuff. I've been up all night doing work, looking at students' homework assignments, okay? Doing just preparing, taking notes, doing all kinds of things, meditating, okay? The energy comes from somewhere, but it's there for you to do your soul mission work, all right? Let's continue. Number 5. Number 5. So Kai said it's like a nesting of sorts. Yeah, I guess you can say that. Guess you can say that. Yeah. Okay. Number 5, joy. Joy. You will have more happiness. You will have more happiness. Things won't stress you as easy. Like some of the most stressful things, and I will share at some point my 20 well, my 2021 year with you guys. And when you hear, you're gonna be like, "What the for real, Melanie?" Okay, you will have joy in the midst of chaos. Like you really will. You have this joy, this happiness, this peace, this fun thing. This shit may be going crazy all around you, okay? Or maybe not. Like you're really happy that you're doing this work. Like you're really happy. Like sometimes like I'll be doing consultations or I'm teaching and I'm just be so hyped. I'm just real like happy, okay? I'm just laughing loud, cracking jokes. I had a class with my students when I was in Boston, and I the I was in a hotel room. It wasn't the ideal situation. I was in a hotel room, right? And when the class was over, I forgot how we got on the topic of it. Oh, I had these bamboo earrings in with my name in it. Yes, I have bamboo earrings with my name in it. Okay. I'm that type of spiritual person. So I had the bamboo earrings with my name in it because I just came in from going out, right? And so at the end of the class, some of the students were like talking about it, like, yeah, Melly Mel from the Bronx. And like I forgot what they said, something about like rap star or something. And I was like, yo, back in the day, I thought I was gonna be a rapper. My sister was legitimately, my sister had a record deal. Her and her best friend had a rap duo, right? So I was like, I'm gonna do the same thing. So I had some raps written, real talk, and I remembered them. So I was just like, y'all want to hear one of the raps? And they were like, yeah, we want to hear it, like hyping me up. It was a few of us at the end of the class. What the heck? I forgot what that class was about. It might have been about the soul mission, maybe not. Whatever. I was sitting there like rapping, like, oh, old school 80s rap, whole rap song to my students. We were just laughing, having fun. And it was late. It was like 11 o'clock at night. It was late, but I had energy, right? This joy, this bliss, this happiness. Okay. So you will feel that. You will feel that naturally when you're doing what you came here to do. You're gonna feel that. Not saying that you won't have some crazy, stressful, bad moments, but the stress is fleeting. Okay. Okay. Number six. Number six. Number no, not no, Naja. I don't want to you know what I'm saying? I don't want to like embarrass anybody or make any other potential rappers on here feel bad. You know what I'm saying? Because my skills are just so prolific. I'm just joking. Okay, number six, satisfaction. Satisfaction. I had bars. I had bars. Straight Panther. Number six, satisfaction. You will feel fulfilled. You will feel fulfilled. Okay. So there's this thing that uh um everyone has, talking about spiritual humans here, that you feel like I'm here to do something greater. I'm here to do something. I know I'm here to do something. It's not this. It's not no matter, how amazing your life may seem on the outside, or even how unamazing it may seem on the outside. I don't know. You feel like you're here to do something more, something greater, and you really feel like it's something great. Okay. And you may even talk yourself out like, who am I to do something great? But it's not that the act that you're doing is going to be something magnanimous. It just means that the contribution is going to be great to the whole. Okay. And you feel that in you. It's a void. It's literally this void that's inside of you. You stressed about it. You're trying to figure it out. You do the most. You go to conferences. You watch videos. You play. I don't know. YouTube has like motivational videos, and you read books. What's that book everyone reads? Think and Grow Rich, right? By Napoleon Hill, or I don't know. You do all these things trying to figure out what this thing is, right? I remember someone calling it a passion project. I just need to find my passion project, you know? And so you do these things to fill this void. Once you figure what that thing is, whew, there is no more void. You feel fulfilled. You feel fulfilled. It's like you're full off of a meal. It is like the best feeling ever. And you can lay in your bed, sit on your couch, you can move like you feel whole. Okay. And we'll talk about that in part two. I'll expound on this a bit more, but you will feel whole. You will feel fulfilled. Okay, there's a fulfillment. It's like I'm doing what I came here to do. Like I'm actually doing it. Even if you're not fully doing it, you're on the path to doing it. You're doing parts of it. Okay. And you feel good. You're satisfied. You're satisfied. Yeah. Whereas before, you may even your relationships, even your friendships, or your partners, you're like, listen, take it or leave it. I'm good. Like I'm doing my soul mission work. Like you want to hang around, hang around. If not, we good. Like you legit feel like that. That's one of the ways you actually, side note, you attract your twin soul. When you're doing your soul mission work and you good, like you really don't need that him or her anymore. You really feel like that. That's when they actually come to you. Okay. But you really feel like that. You feel this fulfillment. All right. Um, you don't feel pressed. You just don't feel pressed anymore. Number seven, Number 7. Number 7. Yes, Troy and Rima. All the books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You feel read all the books. They doing their soul mission work, so they fulfilled. That's their work. That their work was to write those books. They fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? You trying to read that, trying to be like them, fulfill like them, but that's their work. What is your work? Right? Are they teach anyway? Let's not go there. um, listen, let's continue. Where were we? 7, 7, 7. Healing, healing, healing. When you um when you're in a place of knowing your soul mission, how it works is that healing, heavy healing starts to happen. Heavy healing process. I did a video. This is the video that I did. I expounded on this. You want to heal? Get on your soul mission path. For real. You think you were doing some healing you think you were doing shadow work before? Nah, that was nothing. Okay? Find out your soul mission. Start it. Watch. Okay? Here's the thing. I always tell people this. You cannot, as spiritual humans, our work is to heal others, right? Generally speaking. Everything you do is to heal. Okay? Um, I was on the live on the soul mission workshop. Someone said to me, Melanie, I feel like my soul mission work is to what is it called? What's the word? Revitalize cars? What is that word? I want to say renew cars, restore cars, right? But that's not like a spiritual thing. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, you know how healing that is? There are some people that like those cars bring back memory. It heals something in them. That is healing work. If you're a spiritual being, your business is healing. Now, the specifics can be very vast, okay? But you cannot heal anyone unless you are healing. Period. Point blank, period. I don't care who you are. I don't care how long you've been doing this work. If unless you have ascended, you are still in the healing process. There are still traumas that you have endured even in this lifetime that you have to heal. Okay? So there's healing that has to happen. When you get on your soul mission work, it's like fast track. Okay? And here, let me say this. I'm not saying that, listen, I said healing, not healed. I'm not saying that you have to be healed because I've spoken to people that have said, I feel like I'm supposed to help heal people from their trauma or stuff, but I'm still not healed from my own. And I said, what does it have to do with the price of tea in China? It's not that you have to be completely healed and then help people. You have to be in the ing. Ing in English is progressive. It is continuous progressive. Okay? It makes the verb continuous, which means you are continually healing. Ed is past tense, which means it was done. So I'm not saying you have to be healed in order to heal. I'm saying you have to be healing in order to heal. Okay? So things will come up that are opposing. These are triggers. Okay? For real talk. You would be helping somebody. Let's stick with that. You're helping heal someone's trauma or something, and then your own trauma comes up, and you have to meet with them to help them with their trauma. You're like, what the? I got my own. Yes, that's how it works. That's how it works. Let's say you're a hairdresser. You're a whole hairdresser. Okay, for real. and you have an appointment to do someone's hair, I don't know, right? And your hair's all the way jacked up. You're like, how the heck I'm gonna do their hair? And like I have a whole half of my hair is braided, the other half is in it. You better make it work. You better pull those braids to the side. You got to do your work. That person needs you in their crown. Okay? That's what it be like. That's what it be like, for real. Okay? You're in the process. I'm teaching. As much as I'm teaching, you think I'm not learning? I really feel like, oh my, I have so much to learn. I really be sitting on my bed with like 10 books. My daughters come in a room, they walk in a room and they walk out like, yo, mommy's wigging out. 10 books. I have 4 highlighters, 3 notebooks, and I'm like studying. A teacher should never stop learning. That doesn't make sense, right? So a healer should never stop healing. Okay? Okay. This is something that's tonight at 7:57 Spirit gave me this this definition, I guess, or explanation to the word tasks. Now I told you I don't know, a month or two ago that we don't get lessons, we don't get tests. That's the word. We don't get tests. Our spirit team is not testing us. God is not testing us, right? What happens is that once we come into agreement that we're spiritual beings, right? We start to receive these tasks that happen. Okay, here's something, we present this to you. Let's see what you're going to do with it. Okay, you did well. Okay, good. Let's go to the next level. You didn't do too well. Okay, let's stay here for a while until we get it right. Some of y'all we need to be doing this, and some of y'all are still here. Okay, and that's fine. So what I literally heard tasks means, write this down. A task or tasks means works to elevate. These are little works. These are works that you're being given and you're giving them to elevate. So tasks mean works to elevate. Okay? So every time you are healing, you're giving a task via a trigger or something. It is a work that is meant to elevate you every single time. You know how you elevate it? Because that thing doesn't bother you anymore. It doesn't affect you anymore. Okay? I was telling someone, I was talking to someone, and this happens, I've had a few conversations like this with people, with women who I'm trying to do my healing work and my baby father. And and then they bring up his girlfriend. They talk about his girlfriend. And I'm like, you still not over him. You still love him. You displaying jealousy. Like, what's up with that? I don't want him no more. Da, 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 da. Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because you wouldn't care about the next woman. Real talk. With my daughter's father, he started dating this woman. Listen, when I found out she can cornrow hair, I was telling my daughters, ta, ta. I told him, like, you make sure homegirl does all the hair. Use some shea butter and stuff. Use the stuff I give them. When they come back, I want all cornrows. Do all their hair. It didn't bother me. I had healed from that. Do you understand? It showed growth. It showed elevation in that. And some of y'all may be like, but it's the truth. It's the truth. You're not bothered by it. You're not bothered anymore. All right. Okay. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Abundance. Remember how I told you the numbers just correlated? Like, this is crazy. Number 8, abundance. I love when things like this come together. Abundance. Provisions are given easily. Provisions are given easily. Desires are given without you realizing it. You get what you need and you get what you desire. My spirit team told me that years ago. Like, what do you want this car? Like, you can have it. Shit, just do your work. Like, you can have anything. Legit. Anything, just do your work. You don't even realize what happens is that those desires that you thought you wanted become like, I really don't care. Let me do my work. The work becomes the forefront. Your timing, your use, your everything is about the work. The desires are just like, real talk. But they're given to you because it's like your heart at some point wanted it, it gets presented to you. The last so when I first started really consciously on my spiritual path, I remember the first apartment that my daughters and I got after I got divorced, right? And everything was perfect. Everything was perfect. The apartment number was perfect. It was 306. That was the number. And I knew that the 3, the 6, and it was 9. And then this particular apartment had a balcony so the back of the buildings, um, we were on the top floor, so we had high ceilings, but the back was like this like forest kind of, but it had like a river going through it. It was the most amazing thing. That was the only apartment that was available. It was just beautiful. And I would meditate every day and just either outside if it was cold, I'd be inside looking at through the big sliding door. And I was just like, I always wanted this. I always wanted a view with trees. Like I just always wanted to wake up to this. Now my bedroom didn't have that view the way that it was situated, right? But my living room did. Sometimes I would fall asleep like on the couch and wake up and, look outside. The next place that I moved to in the US um, had this little window, but outside the window, there were trees. Okay. So I had these trees. And I didn't realize that that was something that my heart, like I just want to wake up to trees, birds, and I just want to wake up to that. Okay. I moved to the next time I moved after that, tree view. So this rising, when I got up at 6:36, I opened my eyes and I saw the trees and it hit me. Melanie, this was a desire that you had. You said that you wanted to be living in a place where you could wake up and as soon as you opened your eyes, you saw trees, you heard nature. And I was like, I wasn't even thinking about that. Uh, Not a major thing, right? But it manifested, it happened. It was orchestrated behind the scenes for me. Okay. So when I tell you that your desires come, they come. All provisions come. If anyone tells me, Melanie, I'm doing my spiritual work, stuff is not working out, let's talk. I promise you I can find some holes in that. And I have. I've spoken to people and I'll say, so how often have you been meditating? Well, I haven't meditated in a while. How are you gonna know what to do? You're not getting no direction. And the ones that do, the ones that are on it, like this is my soul mission work, I'm doing it. I have I have testimonial after testimonial. When I tell you I have so many. I told you about the student last week, not student, did a consultation last week. I told you about her. In the soul mission workshop, I gave 3 examples. Like I have so many examples. So many examples of those who are like, this is my soul mission work, I'm on it. And then provisions happen. And provisions don't have to be money. Listen, provisions can be that you get to stay on your job without having to get the jab. Why are you the only one that don't have to get it? Like real talk. I've heard those stories. Everyone else did, but that one person. That's how it works. Okay. Provisions are given easily. Okay. Provisions again don't always mean money. It can mean I tell people like it can be those who are working with you. So when spirit told me the work that I had to do, and I was just like, how sway, how sway, how? Because I really have three daughters that I have to raise. Their father passed away. Like I have to do this, but like how? And so, spirit, you told me not to take this six-figure director job, and you want me to do this by myself? I don't even know how the heck to do. Like how? How? But I didn't hesitate. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. Here's one thing I know. Here's one thing I've noticed from a child that for me, it was like voices in my head, not knowing that it was my spirit team speaking to me, my grandmother's, whatever. But I knew that when I listened, when I followed that, it felt good. And when I followed that, good things happened. So I was like, either people gonna call Melanie cuckoo crazy, which people people thought I was several years ago, right? Or it's gonna work out. I know too much. I've seen too much. I've experienced too much. So why not believe it? Right? So when all this stuff is happening, I'm like, so how I'm gonna do this? How? And I had an astral travel, literally, of someone that I knew. And she came to me. It was her energy. I recognized her energy signature, but she looked different. Okay. And she looked me in the face and she was like, I'm gonna help you. Don't worry. And I said, okay. Real talk. She's not on no spiritual path. She's like in the business world. Like I'm watching her on MSNBC. You hear me? She's doing those conferences like what is that thing called in Essence Fest and these conferences like those big conferences. I don't know. I don't know the name of it, but it's like thousands of like women go to. I forgot. Anyway, these conferences. She's doing stuff like that, right? She's on C-SPAN and all kinds of stuff. And she's like, she's gonna help me. So I hit her up and I was like, I need to talk to you. And I told her that, well, I said I had a dream, and in my dream, I was told you're gonna help me. And she proceeded to tell me what I didn't know about her, some stuff on the side about her. And she was like, all right, I'm gonna help you. What? So she started helping me strategize stuff, getting funding. Okay. Then here comes this other person. I don't know nothing about marketing. I didn't go to school for that. What do I know about marketing anything? I don't know anything about that. Here comes someone else. I'm going to help you. I've never said I need help. Never ever. It just comes to me even before I know it. Before I even before I know that I need it, is there. I listen, every single time. I'm no longer baffled by it like I expect it. I kind of expect it. Like, oh, this has to work out because I can't do it. I can't figure it out. That's abundance. Okay. Beyond the money. Okay. Beyond that. All right. Okay. So those are the eight. What's amazing is that they all, if you look back at the numbers, if you understand numbers, you'll understand that each one of the numbers correlate to one of the word. I mean, each one of the words they actually match up. One is focus, two is direction, three is time, four is energy, five is joy, six is satisfaction, seven is healing, and eight is abundance. Okay. Laurel, you say you be rapping when you get provisions. Shoot, I'd be like, I be in joy. I'd be like, "What?" Like, I'd be extra like, "Yo, this is for real." For real. Y'all see this mic? This mic costs, I don't know, like $140. I don't know if y'all remember I had this mic before. Let's rewind. I didn't have a mic before. I had an old white MacBook. This was 2019. The fan would run like when it would get hot, and I was recording my videos. I couldn't imagine going live on that. Okay, I was recording my videos, and sometimes it was shut down. Okay, sometimes I had to record on my daughter's camera. Like it was just crazy. I got a new laptop, but the sound wasn't clear on the laptop. Like you couldn't really hear me. So if you watch my old videos, the sound was trash. So then I got what I could afford. I had just moved to Virginia. I got this little $30 mic, right? This little mic. And then the sound wasn't good on that. So I was like, listen, y'all want me to teaching is different. I can teach, I can put a headset on, but I have to go live and teach. I have to have a better mic. Okay. This mic, excellent mic, 100 some dollars. It was $140 at the time. I got this mic for free. No joke. No one gave it to me. What happened is I ordered it on Amazon. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to order it. I ordered it Amazon. I'm not the one. Listen, I don't want to be spending a lot of money on stuff, but I paid the $140. I got this, I got the thing. Okay. And the first mic I got was something was wrong with it. Like, I don't know, there was an issue with it or something. Like, I don't know, I forgot what happened. Oh, the plug kept coming out. So I contacted them and I was like, there's an issue with the mic. And they said, okay, we'll send you another one. You know how you do Amazon. We'll send you another one. You got to return this one, right? So something happened. And I contacted them and I said, I never got the return slip or something for UPS to pick it up. It was after the 30-day window. And the woman says to me, "Ma'am, I'm so sorry. We cannot accept the return." I was like, "I have this extra broken mic. I don't need it anymore." She's like, "We're so sorry for the inconvenience." I said, "No, just send me the return label, right? And I'll have UPS come pick it up and I'll give it to them. Like I don't mind returning it, you know? Fine, take your mic, do what you got to do with it." And she's insistent, like, "Ma'am, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We're gonna give you a refund on the microphone." I said, "No, no, I have the one that works." And it was like she couldn't hear me. It's like, "We're gonna give you a refund. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. We're gonna give you a $5 inconvenience something." So not only did I get the money back for it, but then I got $5 on top of that. This is what I'm talking about. I wasn't expecting that. These are the little things, the little things. And all because I was diligent doing my work. I'm saying this to tell you guys this. Things will come. Don't worry about it. Provisions will come, but you have to be on your work. You have to be doing your work. Okay? You need to know what that is. That's the first step. You need to know what that is. It's important to know your soul mission. It is important. Okay? That gets the ball rolling. If you don't know what, like, I don't know what to say. That is the single most important thing I believe on this realm, on this dimension. You need to know why you're here. What else is more important? What else is more important? How to get off? Well, shit, you can't find out how to get off if you don't know why you're here in the first place. Okay? That's the basics. um If you are doing work, and again, I said this is a checklist. If you can't check them all, it's okay. Reevaluate. Am I really on my soul mission work? Am I really doing the work? Okay. It's okay if you can check them all. Be honest. Be honest. I'm not asking you to hand in no homework. You good. Be honest with yourself. All right. If you don't know what your soul mission is, find out what it is. Like I was doing consultations. They cost money. Okay. I did a whole workshop. It was $27. Like, and I said workshop, which meant I gave you some basics and your job was to take it and work with it, figure it out. Somebody during the workshop was like said something like, "Oh, my Chiron such and such." Like they were putting the pieces together. I did a whole lesson on Chiron and how that affects you, your healing process. Yes, your Chiron ties into your soul mission. Absolutely. So does your Mercury. So does a bunch of other stuff. But I gave you some basics in the workshop. Like for real. It was $27. Okay. What is more important? Or you really can go on the internet. I'm sure there are, I don't know. I'm sure there are, I don't know, places where you can find out how to figure out your soul mission, right? But that's the most important thing. You need to figure out what that is first, okay? And things, yes, dream raise, and things will continue to change for the benefit. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. I believe the link is below for the workshop. It's still available. It is still available. The replay is available. You have to have a pen and paper. Okay. I wasn't doing a thing where you tell me your placements or whatever, and I'm telling you what that is. That I wasn't doing. I actually broke it, like I really broke it down as simply as I could so that you can go back, not only do it for yourself, but do it for your friends, your family, your children's, so you can teach other people. Okay, this is how important this is. Okay. Here's the thing I wanted to here's the thing I want to address. Um, I'm still doing soul mission consultations, but I think I'm booked for a while. I'm not doing any this month. This month is done. But I think there are a few if you go to my website and it'll be posted up here. Okay? But you don't have I really want you guys to learn how to do this yourself, okay? Or you can pay. It's totally up to you. It's totally up to you. But I want you guys to do the work yourself because when you learn how to do something, and you really understand that you can teach other people. Like I want you guys to share this with other people the right way and do it in a righteous way. Don't be grimy about stuff. Like you know what I'm saying? You know. Okay. Um I keep addressing this and I need to address it again. And I'm going to keep addressing this. Okay. There are no shortcuts to the spirituality. There are no shortcuts. Y'all stop trying to get to the shortcuts. There are some basics that you need to have. All of us that are really doing this work, there were some basics. Some people don't talk about it. I'm one who talks about it. I don't care. Okay? When I talk about meditation, it's not like, oh, meditate to feel good or randomly meditate. Like for one of the things I had to do was for a whole year, literally a whole year, every single day, every single night between 3 and 5, I had to get up. I mean, get up. And I would get up out the bed and I would hear wash your hands. And I didn't understand why I had to wash my hands. But it was to wake me up so that I can write what I received. I have notebooks, binders of information, okay? Every single day. Every single day. So when I'm telling you to do this, I'm not when I'm telling you to meditate, when I'm giving you some basic stuff because you have to have a firm foundation. This is my work. This is what I'm here to help you with, okay? I know my lane. I stay in my lane. I don't do all the extra stuff. That's someone else's lane. That's for them to do. That's not me. I'm here to help you guys have a solid foundation because when you have a solid foundation, nothing will shake you. How do I know? I will tell you about 2021 at one point. So much stuff, so many things happened last year. Those no. Like so many things happened that Melanie could have been like, F it all. I'm done. And I kept showing up. I had work to do. I knew my work. I was here to do my work. There was nothing that was going to stop me. I was not being shaken. I was not being shaken off my post because I had a firm foundation. Do you understand? I'm trying to teach you all how to have a firm foundation. Don't come at me with no shortcuts. I don't have no shortcuts. Those of you who have spoken to me that may have asked for something like that, you already know. I'll be like, "Well, what do you think? Did you meditate? What did your spirit team say?" Don't ask me for no ritual. I'm not gonna give you no magic ritual. Here's a reality, and I'm and I'm warning some of you. I'm telling some of you, okay? When you try to do the shortcuts, and this is evident with a lot of people, and especially I just feel like it's gonna be a thing this year, for real. When you try to do the shortcuts, especially with your soul mission, let's talk about this for a minute. Well, I'll hopefully I'll get to that. When you try to do the shortcuts to get this real quick or figure something out, hey, let's talk about this. You try to do this money, you after this money, and you try to do money magic, right? Or money rituals or money jars and all that stuff. Like, I need you to think as spiritual. I need you to think for a minute. As spiritual beings, I need you to think for a minute. Why are you chasing something you say that you know is not real? You are asking to do a magic ritual for money, and in that is magic. So you're saying that you believe in magic, but you're trying to connect to something outside of you to get money? Why don't you tap into your own magic to get that? Do you understand? Why is that something that you're focused on in the first place? And I'm not saying that, of course, we live in this society is run by money. Please trust me. I understand that. I'm saying get on your path and the provisions will come to you. Stop chasing it. Don't do this. Let me think of some things I can do spiritually to make some money. Whew. Listen. Listen. All of you who are doing that, watch what happens. It won't make sense how you won't make the money. Because the money is first, not the mission. The mission has to be first. The work has to be first. And then I'm giving you the formula. I'm giving you I'm giving you the formula. Like it really is that easy. I swear to you it's that easy. It- I, I promise you it's that easy. This dimension is so elementary. It's really like it's like third grade. Really is real. It's so slow. It's like slow like that. And it's almost like things are slowed down. Like let's dumb it down so you can understand. That's how I feel sometimes. I feel like spirit is like, yo, we have to really slow shit down and really dumb it down so they can get it's not that deep. It's really not that deep. A ch- every child you know has all their provisions met, all their needs met. And they're not saying, let me get some money to get this. I'm saying the children you know. Don't be talking about, well, there's children in Africa or in Europe that start. Stop. Don't go there with me. Don't play that. For real. Children are like, shit, let me figure out how I'm gonna get this bottle. If damn, I'm gonna have to, they don't let me cry 5 times. Last time I cried 5 times, it didn't work. So let me cry. Okay, if I cry 6 times, I'll do 5 whas and 2 boo-hoos, right? And then I'll get the bottle. No, they just like, they I cry, it comes. Matter of fact, I don't have to cry because my mom knows the schedule to give it to me when I need it. I can make a face and she knows I'm hungry. I can and she knows I'm hungry. It really is that children don't. You see a child at Christmas time? They like, and I want this, and I want this, and this, and this, and this. And you run around like getting it. You think your spirit team don't be doing that? I know mine does. Cause I be putting my request in. I'd be like, I want this and this and this. Y'all figure out how to get it to me. I need this, I need this, I need this. Y'all figure it out. And it comes. It's it is not anyone who tries to make spirituality like complex and hard and like above your head, they faking it. They faking. Anyone who uses complicated words, they faking it. I'm telling you that. Because for real, when you really tapped in spiritually, you can't even speak English properly anymore. You forget words. You speak real dumbed down. When I tell you I'm a whole college professor, and when I tell you that I had to do presentations and I wrote a textbook, I'm telling you the research documents that I had to do, 100-page thesis projects and papers and stuff. I know how to speak very well. But when I'm talking to you guys, I forget words. I forgot the word restore earlier. I be forgetting all kinds of words. I be speaking backwards all the time. I forget stuff. So when someone is coming the real technical with spirituality, they don't know shit. They're just trying to make you think they know stuff by using big words that they memorize. They don't even know what that big word means. They don't know the etymology behind that big word. They just want to make you feel bad so that you can think that they're greater than you because they stuck in their ego and they really lost. Don't get lost in their lostness. It really isn't that difficult. Anyone who's telling you that it's that difficult, they're lying to you. They're trying to manipulate you. Because if I make you feel like this spirituality is such as this hard unreachable thing, like you can't ascend and you can't be on your soul mission path unless you have to read all 50 of these books and da 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 and do all these rituals and all these things and all this stuff, that means that you are dependent on me, right? Because I got the knowledge, right? And you can only get it from me, right? Man, that's whack. I'm telling you, I'm breaking it down here. I'm telling you, it really is easy because it really is easy. And I'm an example. I'm like, yo, I, one day maybe I'll have my daughters on here and they can tell you. I literally be like, I want this to happen. I need this. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And it just appears. I'm training my daughters in that. My second daughter, I've trained my daughters in it so much. She said, let me tell you what she said. She said, I'm going to buy my own car, cash. I'm going to get an apartment. I'm going to move out before I turn 18. And I was just like, okay, I don't know how that's going to happen. Yo, I don't even want to tell her story, but let me tell you, there was a weekend that all of that happened in the same weekend. When I tell you the car, The car that she wanted to the T. The ex All I had to do was say something to somebody in passing. "Oh, Nala wants this car," and they were just like, "What?" I just No joke, no joke. Car dealer. "I just got this car from an auction." I was like, "You're lying." Got her on FaceTime, show her the car, she was crying. She said, "That's my car." I said, "How much?" He said, "Just pay for what I paid for it." "For real?" Not just that, he took it to the auto body shop because my daughter, who's Virgo, noticed a couple dents, got all the dents taken out, got it details, all that stuff. When we took it to the DMV to register it, the lady said, "You paid how much for this?" Yes, because I taught her from young. That same she had her own she has her own apartment. Like my daughter's apartment, like beautiful. It's that easy. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. She's doing her work. I'm telling you, that's what you have to do. Do your work. It's not that complicated. It's not that complicated. So, family, it really isn't. It really, really isn't. Those who know, know. Stop trying to make it extra. Stop trying to have people make it extra. Stop chasing the money. Let the money, you keep chasing, you're never going to catch it. Don't do the thing of, yeah, I know I'm just going to say stuff because I'm going to say stuff. Don't do the thing because listen. Don't do the thing because you see people doing tarot readings and they're making money off of it. If I do tarot readings, I too can make money off it because you money first. You may make money in the beginning. Watch that money dry up. Is that even your soul mission work? Not everyone is meant to even do that. You don't understand when you these are energies. Some of y'all tapping into energies you have no business tapping into. What, are you serious? And then you wonder why stuff happened. Stop. Everybody can't do tarot. Come on. If you have your deck for yourself, fine. For your immediate friends, fine. But don't think that that's my soul mission work. There's no way you could think that. You thinking, how can I make some money real quick? Stop. Stop. Because not only are you messing yourself up, you messing other people up. You really are. You have to have certain gifts. You have to have a gift of spiritual communication. Because when you flip something over, spirit is going to be telling you the interpretation of that. And it's all gonna, truth is gonna make sense. You're not gonna have to be figuring stuff out. Hold on a second. Let me see. If this means, and are you making shit up? You be making stuff up on come on now. Come on. You see through. What did you come here to do? Do that. Do that. Like, it's beautiful, it's unique. I don't care if you think it may be, maybe you think you're a tattoo artist. Be the best tattoo artist. How many people need to listen? How many people got tattoos when you were 18, 19, you regret and you need somebody to cover it up? For real. Okay? There's some beautiful things people do with tattoo artists do. Women that may have mastectomies and they do beautiful art on them, okay? Women, people that have scars, like, that's healing. That helps to heal. If that's what you do it. That's just so much work. You do it to the best of your ability. Don't worry about, the money will come, the provisions will come, everything will come to you. Okay? It's not that deep. It's not that complicated. But I'm telling you guys have to be strong in your foundation. Stop doing the shortcuts. Stop. You want something fast and you're doing mirror magic and all kinds of magic stuff and all kinds of things, and you don't know who you are yet. I told you, you tap it into listen. You tap it into energies as it's like, yo, she don't even know who she is. They will F with you. They will torture, harass, mess with you because you don't know who you are. They will take all your energy, try to drain your life force. Like real talk. And I'm not trying to scare anyone, but you don't know who you are. You don't know how to step to these energies. Like for real. There's this chapter or this verse in the Bible that I don't know, like some disciples were trying to like cast out demons or something out of a pig, right? And I don't remember the whole story. Anyway, the demons essentially was like Peter and Paul, I know, but y'all, I don't know, y'all fools. So I was gonna fuck with you. Oh, for real. Like I know these two because they know who they are, but y'all don't know who y'all are. And you trying to you call yourself trying to call us out, trying to, I don't know, trying to do some sort of exorcism or whatever. I don't know the exact thing. You guys can look it up. I love that story. And they're like, we don't recognize you. You don't even know who you are. Even though you are a supposed disciple and you had the teachings, you were taught, you don't even know who you are. You playing games. You trying to deal with the magic. You trying to do exorcism. Like, leave that stuff alone. If you know you don't have a firm foundation, leave it alone. Stop trying to tap into stuff you don't have no business tapping into. Do you meditate? Who's on your spirit team? What did you come here to do? What are these things? Some of you having past life regressions and you're not ready for it and being traumatized by what happened in the past life. So traumatized, you have trouble dealing with this current life. Are you kidding me? Unless you led to do that by your spirit team, leave it alone. Okay? Can someone tell me what's in my Akashic records? It's your freaking Akashic records. Don't ask me what's in your Akashic records. I don't want to open your book. I have my own book to read. Shit. Learn how to connect to you and read your own book, your own Akashic records. Do that first. And then you can go to someone else for more guidance. You understand? But y'all gotta do the basic work. Too many of y'all are doing trying to be here, and yet here is shaky. And then you fall, and now you scared and you nervous. Don't come to me. I'm gonna send you back to who you who you went who you who opened you up to that. Here's it. Oh boy. Mm, listen. Oh, listen. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna give y'all some history here. You can Google it, fact check me. I don't care. I'm gonna tell y'all some truth. Back in the 1900s, so let me preface this by saying this. A lot of the occult books that people refer to that we have now, right, are written by white, scholarly, or wealthy men. Okay? And a lot of these books, a lot of these are from early 1900s, 1920s, okay? Around that era. Before they started to be like demonized. Okay? And these books were meant for other scholars or white wealthy men. That's who they were meant for. Real talk. I need, there's some basic logic that I really want you to understand. The average man could not get hold of some of this occult knowledge. How? He didn't have the money. So who you think was paying archaeologists or going to these places to get this stuff? I'm telling you, my professor, Odo Shundube, you can look him up. He's an anthropologist. He comes from a line of anthropologists. His father was in 1900s in Mexico digging stuff up. Okay. Wealthy, wealthy German. Okay. Dug up this information and wrote these books. They weren't trying to share it with the common man. First of all, the common man didn't understand the language. If you only knew the history of this messed up language, oh. Someone said to me, I said to someone, I said, I was reading before I went to college, and he said, Melanie, but you don't understand the language. There's a language difference. When I say certain things to you, you get it. If I say it to somebody else, they have to get it by context clues. There's a language disparity. Okay? Very true. So a lot of these books are written in English language that the average man cannot read. And I'm not talking about black man. I'm talking about this working class person. In the 1920s, it was the Great Depression. Everybody was poor and broke for the most part. Not everybody. Okay? So these are who these books were written for. It was like a group, a club. They weren't trying to share this with the world because they would have wrote it in a different language. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why you can't read. That's why you try to read it and it don't make sense to you. Okay. Pause on that. I want to make sure that I follow the trajectory of what I wanted to say. I'm trying to give you guys an example. There's in the Bronx, in New York, excuse me. I feel like the Bronx is New York. In New York in the 80s, we had a lot of phrases like, I don't know, dope, mad hype, right? Fat, okay? Things like that. If you lived in these communities, you understood these phrases, right? If you did not, you would use them incorrectly, right? So I remember I went to this camp in my church. They would send us to this camp called Camp Epworth. Oh, Camp Epworth, upstate New York somewhere, with the cows, and like it'd be like 5 black kids from the Bronx at this camp full of all white people, right? We're like the poor inner city kids, right? It was like the time of my life. We had so much fun. And we would teach the kids, like they thought we were like the coolest thing. So we would teach them like stuff like this means dope, and like this is like you mad hype, like that. And they would use it incorrectly. And it's like, yo, how can't you get this? They're like, you're a dope, Melanie. I'm not a dope. I'm dope. You don't put an A in front of it, right? They fully couldn't get it. No matter what you did, they could not get. It was like, was something missing? Like, can't you get the feeling of it? They just couldn't get it. Right? Like some dance moves. Like how you just where's the disconnect? I'm going somewhere with this. So when you have these wealthy German and um mostly like Eastern European, German, Prussia, like those countries, right? Cold countries. When you have them getting these this information, digging up this knowledge, it's not theirs. They're misinterpreting certain things. Real facts. They're misinterpreting certain things. They're even misinterpreting some of the magic. They misinterpreted the whole Mayan calendar. You know that because they said 2000 we was a dunny. That's not what it. You you just you can't count. You like you can't count the Baaktuns and the Octuns and the Coctuns. Like there's numbers. Like how you. What's up? right? So they're misinterpreting stuff. Take the misinterpretation comes from you taking this stuff for face value. It was written from a spiritual place, put on this realm for those to get off of this realm that can truly connect to it. Okay? Y'all following me? So you take this stuff, the hidden knowledge. This shit, it's in me, right? You taking this hidden knowledge, you explaining it with your language that you speak, because even in that, it's like you're trying to hide it. You're sharing it amongst your group. Please understand. Oh boy, please understand what I'm saying. I really hope y'all understand what I'm saying. There are some people that take these books. Um, what's the dude's name? Alistair Crowley? I don't know. That's the name that keeps popping up in my head. He, listen, please stop. Why you reading his stuff like he's God's gift to man and this occult knowledge? Like, where you think he got this? Where you think he got it from? That's in your Akashic record. You probably wrote that, and then you reading it, and it's not easy to understand, and you thinking it's something so deep. Yo, he's going around saying you a dope. You a dope. Instead of saying you dope, misinterpreting it, putting extra hard language on it. Now you can't understand it. You think it's some deep science. Like the shit is not that deep. We walk around here every single day. I literally, you want to know what? I saw magic happen right before my eyes in the 80s. I saw something that changed the whole entire world before my eyes. It's called rap. I saw rap being birthed, hip hop being birthed. It has changed the world. That is magic. That's magic. That's a cult. Not that's some other shit. That was birth. They used to call it the burnt down Bronx. Like, look on YouTube, like the Bronx in the 70s. Like, for real. It's like there were like lots of broken down buildings, kids playing on dirty ass mattresses. It was like a terror zone. Like, it looked like Iran or something. Like, they dropped bombs on it. And people were legit living there. For real. And something that changed the whole world's come out of that. That's magic. People that had no money, no nothing, created that. That's magic. That's true magic. Tap into that. That's in you. So when there are people referencing these books like there's something greater than you, something that you need to achieve to, and I, I have some of these books and I read them like, what is this? Like, for real, some of the stuff is like, okay, good. Maybe you're remembering some stuff. Okay, but it's not like, if I don't get this, I'm not a true why you want to be an occultist? What does that mean to you? What does that mean to you? You have the secrets no one else has? What are you here to do? To confuse people or help people, heal people, teach people? It's that easy. We share knowledge through stories. We share knowledge through parables. We share. It's not disjuncted. I always say there's no difference between science and spirituality and math and language. And I've broken it down. I've had whole lessons where I'm like, okay, here's the etymology, and here's the science, and here's the spiritual. And look, they all come together. Truth is truth. Everything is so disjuncted. It's wrong. It's wrong. And it's meant to confuse you and make you feel like I'm not smart enough because I don't have this degree. Let me tell you something. I to this day, the best businessmen, the best mathematicians were on the street corners. Real talk. The smartest women, tuh, women empowerment were on the street corners. Real talk. Mm. Some of y'all like, what? I literally know dudes who would sell drugs and they do math. I went I went to school, I majored in physics. When I first started Rutgers University, my major was physics. To this day, I know some friends who used to sell like drugs on the corner. Not just not corner boys, like they had like stuff going on. And they'll be like, they'll be counting numbers in their head mad fast. Like how you do that? How you do that? Their business savvy is crazy, but they got felonies. Pure genius. Pure genius. And if you put a book like that in front of them, they'll be like, I can't be spiritual. I don't know this stuff. Like you are spiritual. Like you are. I just want to tell y'all several things. Number one, you need to have a firm foundation. You need to have a firm foundation, and it's basic. It's really basic. It really is basic. It really is basic. There's some basics that you need to know. I remember telling somebody like 2 years ago, and I told her the curriculum of SDA, and she was like, "Yeah, but I want to know this or that." And I had to tell her, like, "Boo, you 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 don't even know how to meditate. Go ahead and tap into that if you want. Like, I'll refer you to some people if you're really interested in that stuff. But you don't even know you even know how to meditate. You even know what that means. Your spirit team is trying to talk to you, and you don't know what the numbers mean. You don't even know. You're not even sure if it's your voice or other voices. You don't even know that. And you trying to what happens when some real scary shit happen to you? You're gonna be shaken. Two things gonna happen. You're gonna be like, I'm not doing a spiritual thing, or you're gonna run back to what's comfortable to you. There's some basics. You need to have a strong foundation. Is spirituality is not that deep. It really is simple. Children do it all the time. Children do spirituality all the time. All the time. They children aren't like I see so literally leaps of faith. I literally see little boys taking leaps of faith all the time. Little boys will jump off of anything, anything. They will hang on anything. They don't have a fear. We have fears. These things are embedded in us. Look at the children behave like that. Spirituality is like that. They are sure if I hurt myself, somebody's gonna help me. If I'm about to fall, somebody's gonna catch me. It's not so deep. It's not so complex. And a true teacher will teach it to you in a way that does not make you feel like you are not smart enough. Do you understand? We'll break it down to you and we'll do it again and again tirelessly because they really want you to get it. They really want you to understand it. Okay. I tell my essay students the last day of class, there's like a slide with a bird. And I'm like, okay, birdies, fly now. I'm still there for them if they need me. But like, I taught you so much. Go out there and do your work. Let me see. Like, do your stuff. Help others, heal others, do your work. You have a strong foundation. Okay. So, with that said, I don't know where that came from, but that was needed to be said clearly. Um, I just really want y'all to get that. I just really want you to get it. Like you good. You are good. You are good where you are. Don't think, don't be stressed. You know, a lot of times I get messages like, okay, should I get this book and that book? And it's just like, get the book if you feel prompted to it. Like if I tell you to get the Nag Hammadi, like I'm showing you, read these passages. I'm not saying get it and read it. I haven't read the Nag Hammadi from cover to cover. You freaking kidding me? I would never tell you to do that. Some of y'all get into chapter one, it will scare the shit out of you. You put it down like, I'm not messing with this book. Melanie gave me some demonic book. I want to read this. It will scare you. Okay. If I tell you to get it, I'm showing you where to go. This book and this book is relevant to now. Okay. Don't be stressing yourself trying to, if a teacher recommends a book, there's a reason why they're recommending the book. You go to the book, you get that information, and that's that. It may just be a chapter. Okay. Bobby Hemmett has book lists. He always talks about books. He's a bibliophile. You think he was reading the books cover to cover? And he'll say, such and such is in the book. Get the book. Get the book to read that part. Get what you need out of it. Because real talk, a lot of people have a whole lot of books, haven't cracked it open yet. Because you're overwhelmed. Or you start reading it and you're like, what the heck? I'm not spiritual enough. I guess I don't know what this is. I you know. And you kind of feel like that. You feel like I'm too new to this. Oh my gosh, I need to be doing this for 20 years. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. There are some people, it baffles me. I'll watch old videos of like Bobby Hemmett or C. Freeman L. Just all of our older teachers, Layla Africa. Okay. I watch these videos and they're teaching, and there's people like questioning them. Well, da 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 da, like just trying to debate, and they never give into it. They're like, okay, I see your point. Okay, thanks for sharing. Let's get back to the subject, right? And I'm wondering, there was one video I saw. What video was it? And this guy was in the audience, like, come on. And the audience would be like 5, 10 people. It would never be packed out. Like nowadays, if these teachers were here, it would be packed out. We didn't cherish them when they were here. Okay. But the person will be combative with them in the audience. Like they had more knowledge than the teacher themselves. Like you have more knowledge. This is what Bobby Hemmett came to do. You don't have more knowledge than he does and what he's doing. That's his soul mission work, right? And I wonder, like, well, damn, where's this person now? You knew so much. Where you at? You had all this information. Where your fruits? Where you at? Where you at, big dog? You knew all this book knowledge. You trying to check him. Well, did you read this book? Because in this book, such and such and such and such and such. He's like, no, I don't gotta read that book. And he didn't. Where you at? Where these people at? You've been getting his knowledge 20, 30 years. That's why those teachers ain't come for them. Those teachers came for this time. Those teachers came to prepare for this time. That's for you all who are listening now, who actually doing the work, taking the notes, wishing that you were there in the 90s to get this information. They were teaching for y'all. They weren't teaching for them. And they knew that. Bobby Hemmett knew that. He said, there's going to be some that's going to come. This is who this is for. It ain't for y'all fools. Because y'all sitting up here questioning me. For real. I know some of these people, listen, you have all this knowledge. What have you done with it? You know all this occult knowledge and stuff, and you struggling from day to day. What have you done with that? What is your soul mission work? To be combative? Maybe that was your mission, to be combative, to keep someone on their toes. I don't want y'all being intimidated by nobody that talks a lot of stuff. And I know that this and that and this. Like, who cares about those key phrases? That has not. Listen, if your soul mission work is to grow plants, you don't need to know about freaking Baphomet. What the fuck? For what? That's not your, for what? So don't be stressed out because you don't know about that. Do you understand? Don't be stressed out about that because you don't know about the this and the that, and you didn't read all these books and you don't know all the magic. Yo, use your own magic, grow your plants. Do what you have to do. It really is that easy. Be on your mission. Do your work. Everything comes, everything is laid out and it comes for you. Stand firm in who you are. Don't waver. Don't waver and then make excuses. If you say I am this, be that. I am this energy, I am this God, I am this, be that. Be that. Be that. I'm an angel. Be an angel. Angels are some bad listen, angels are some bad. Some of them are like bad, like literally badass. Be that. I'm a spiritual being. Be that. Be spiritually led. Be that. Fear shouldn't be a thing. Fear shouldn't be I'm telling you, I have students. I don't tell all their business, but I have students that'll be like, Mel, I'm straight up homeless right now. And I'm like, you either about this life or you not. You're gonna either be spiritually led or not. I'm telling you, stay in the classes, do your work, get your foundation strong. Start. What is your soul mission work? Start that. You need assistance. I'll support you. I'll help you through certain things. But do that. I I promise you. I can name like five right now. And then they tell me about the wonderful home they have and the car and this and that they're doing their work. And you wouldn't believe what happened. I spoke to such and such, and look what happened. Like this is all just working out. I'm telling, it's that simple. Okay, it's that simple. All right. So that's all I had to say. There was 666 in the oh 666 in the chat. That's all I had to say. That's all I had to say. I have 20 mini lessons from this live. Yeah, I know I be just flowing. I just be flowing, guys. I had my lesson. I thought I would be done when I went to number 8, and Spirit was like, "Nah, you need to say this." Thank you so much, Carla, for the donation. You said, I worked at Penn Station, lived in Brooklyn, and I always felt the magic there. I never got lost. It was like I lived there before. I met my best friend of now 32 years there, so that's magical too. You probably did. And you probably did. And the part 2 of this will explore a little bit of that. I'm gonna do a part 2 because when I tell you I'm getting channelings from some like masters, um, some people, and I'm just like, what the heck? So Cartlet, yeah, I'm not even saying you probably. I'm saying you were. You felt like you were there before. You were there before. You were there when it was built. How about that? You were there when it was built. Okay. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful. No, this is tea. I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Sweet dreams, safe travels, and I'll see you part 2. Hopefully, I'll do it. Oh, in a circle, we have class Wednesday. Our first class is Wednesday. Thursday, SDA, we have class. Most likely Friday. Most likely Friday, I will do the part 2. Tomorrow is 2 2. Wait, 2 2 2 2 2 2 1. So I haven't really gotten any information on it. And what I feel is that there's so much human hype about it that is anyway, we're not gonna have a whole nother lesson. But no, I haven't got much on it. I even tried to like, should I say something about it? And it was a dub for me. I think a lot of people are um twin flaming it, like it's twin flame day. A lot of people are getting married. There's a lot of energy going on. It has almost become like a holiday. But if you feel something tonight, tomorrow, flow with it. If you feel like you need to meditate, especially, or take a spiritual bath, flow with it. I know planets are doing certain things right now, but yeah, other than that, enjoy your day. It's going to be a historical day because of all the twos. Yeah, enjoy your day tomorrow. Have a wonderful night, and I will be speaking to you soon. Peace, everyone. Peace, peace. What to do? I have nothing for you. What to do? Tap in and follow your promptings. That's what you do. That's what I want you guys to do. Okay? That's the work. Like, what have I been saying? Like, I want you guys to tap in. Okay? All right. Peace, everyone. Have a wonderful night.